more. So what is deprecated? What is removed in Selenium 4? So there was a desired capabilities class in Selenium 3 that is removed in Selenium 4. So desired capabilities were primarily used in the test script for defining the test environments, which browser you want to run, what version you want to run, what is the operating system. To specify in your test script, people were using desired capabilities class. So this is basically in the grid. When you're running your test case on the grid, you have to use this class. This has now been replaced with the options. It means testers now have to create an options object, set test requirements, and pass the object to the driver constructor. So then you can use every browser has one browser options class. Firefox options for Firefox browser. All your Firefox related settings you can make with this Firefox options class. And this has a constructor. So browser driver class constructor is there. That constructor you pass these options. So automatically that changes will be reflected on that browser. So like for Chrome options class is there. Any Chrome changes you want to do, you create object for Chrome options class and call the Chrome options class methods to make changes in the browser settings. Any settings you can change with this Chrome options class method. So these are all classes, but classes inside again you have a non-static methods. All non-static methods, how you can call, you have to create object for this class. So this class you create object, then call the methods to make changes in the browser settings. Any settings you want to modify, you can call the methods. That methods, each method is different. So that respective method you call, and again this options object reference you pass to the browser driver class, like Chrome driver, Firefox driver, Edge driver, Safari driver, right? So that constructor, you make it a parameter. You have a Chrome driver and Firefox driver, you have many constructors. Default constructor you have, parameterizer constructor you have, parameterizer constructor with the options class you have, right? So that options, if you want to reflect in the particular browser, this class object reference, you have to pass it to that browser driver class. That's the main thing. And if you are clear with the Java, then only you can understand this. Otherwise, it's not possible. Okay. So this is the options they removed desired capabilities and used the options classes for each browser. So that's the one change happened. So in the Selenium 4. So changes in actions class. Actions class is used to simulate your input actions from a keyboard or mouse on a specific web elements. Like you can do keyboard actions and mouse actions, like left click, right click, double click, and you can do that with the actions class. And so how you can perform that changes. So what happens is, so following changes have been made to actions class in Selenium 4. So one is a click method has replaced move to element dot click. So before in Selenium 3, if you want to click on particular web element, you have to write move to element dot click method. But now you just need to write a click and give the web element as a parameter. So automatically it will go to this element and click. So simple, they simplified in Selenium 4. That's a new change in the Selenium 4. Click and hold web element has replaced move to element dot click and hold method. So instead of that, two methods calling, they replaced with a single method. So context click basically used for right click operation. So that first you have to do, you have to move to the element, your cursor, then you have to right click on the element. So two methods you have to call. One is for moving and the other one is context click in the Selenium 3. Now in the Selenium 4, what they did, single method, context click web element. So this is what will do. Your cursor will go to this element, then perform the right click operation on this element. Single method, they closed it. This all changes happened in Selenium 4. So finds by annotation was there in Selenium 3, that is deprecated in Selenium 4. So in older version of Selenium, finds by interfaces were part of org.openk.selenium internal package. It contains find element and find elements methods implemented by remote WebDriver class. So these now have been deprecated in Selenium 4.0. So that's a one change. Then changes in the fluent wait class. In the fluent wait class, there are methods with the timeout method, polling every method, which has no part of fluent wait class, and their signature is modified. That means, so polling every method only accepts one parameter, duration. That can be in seconds, milliseconds, nanoseconds, hours, days, etc. But previously it was different. So with timeout also accepts only duration as an argument. Before it was two arguments was there in the with timeout and polling every. So that is changed in fluent wait class. These two methods argument has changed. So instead of two, you're using only one, that is duration argument. Duration dot half seconds, duration dot milliseconds. You can call with these are all static methods of this duration class. So this class is this class method is an argument for these methods now in the Selenium 4. So that's the complete. So the deprecation what they did in Selenium 4, and so that's all. And architectural changes we'll see. So what is the implementations, how they implemented, so Selenium 3, how they implemented, we'll see that.